Good afternoon. This is Kyle Saunders with Stickstar Productions out here live from Lacrosse Field on the beautiful campus at SMU in Dallas, Texas, bringing in Lone Star Alliance action today between the MCLA number 21 ranked Texas A&M Fighting Aggies and the unranked SMU Mustangs here at the opening face, and we're underway. 50-50 ground ball. Still fighting. A&M's able to come up with it. Great GB. Saw A&M and TCU yesterday in Fort Worth. High scoring affair, 13-10. We expect much of the same today. Both teams early in their season. SMU A&M, this will be their fourth game, while SMU, this is their first outing in the 2019 season. This is Christopher Buell taking the alley. He draws the long stick, moves it down through X. Hepting surveying. He's got the defense hung. Little cat and mouse now from X. Looks to turn the corner left. He can't do it. Nice recovery there by SMU. Up to Planeta, over to Buell. He swings it to James McDowell, left to right split. Looks to find Burkle, cutting from X, tough handle. GB ensues on the end line. Be a loose ball hold on SMU, so the Aggies will retain possession here. Good take there by Burkle. He's got a guy draped all over him. Just shoots that three-quarter sidearm around his man's leg. Can't find the back of the net. Hepting gonna have a go at it off the end line. Goes diver backhand, and it's good. Da-na-na, da-na-na. That's Hepting off the restart. Getting underneath, going airborne, and then finishing. That's really tough for the goalie. The new dive rule. It's going to be interesting to see how that plays out this season. We've got Jan Schupak in goal for SMU. As a player dives across the crease, it's really hard to continue to play your angles. just stay big because he's opening up so much angle. Another face-off. Going 50-50 at the X so far. This is SMU's first possession of the game. Jack Fotogé gives him the ball back. This is when Volk scooped in the open field. Good job by SMU to get back in. Volk just finds Chandler Locklear out of the box, swings it over to Christopher Buell. Haggie's operating out of this umbrella set with their middies, 2-3-1 right now. Both these teams looking to play fast. We expect this to be a very high-scoring affair. Got an official timeout here on the field. It's 1-0 Texas A&M up early here in this one. Down here at attack for SMU. They're returning top 5 in producers in goals, assists, and points per game from last season. They've got Gillespie at attack, along with Jack Fotogé and Joseph Dormus right now to start. Dormus a freshman, so he earned a spot. Get on the roster. I'm not sure what's happening with the official timeout. There might be a clock error. SMU brought in 16 freshmen this year. They've got a loaded roster, as does Texas A&M. Of course, Texas A&M, the defending LSA conference champions from last year, were able to punch their ticket to the national tournament for the first time in quite some time a year ago. SMU trying to get back on top. And looks like we're all set to restart here. I think they're having some clock management issues. So they've turned it off and they're keeping it at the table now, which makes it tough for us. We'll do our best. Hunter Volk down the alley. Surveying. Sneak from X. Hepting sends a lefty shot wide. So far, possession's been all Texas A&M. That's Bowden moving it to Burkle. Burkle turns the corner lefty. Nice save there. Hepting looks up to Fox. They can't connect. It scoots through to Chandler Locklear. He shoots a three-quarter shot at the goalie's feet. Another big save there for SMU. Here comes SMU. Not sure who number 55 is here from SMU. I believe that's Alston Rolfe. He's going against Chandler Montgomery. Here's two outstanding athletes. It's got to be Rolfe from the way he's moving. Looks to find Gillespie on the left pipe, unable to connect. Nice GB here. An escape move from SMU's Thomas Woj, as they're calling him in the stands. That's a way easier way to pronounce his last name than what's written here. Aggies with a successful clear in possession, get it through X to Bowden. Bowden kind of surveying, taking a look, leaning on him. Gets his jumper lefty, just sends that a bit high and wide. It's Hepting again on the restart. He had one earlier, the only goal of the game so far with the diver. The dive is back, folks. James McDowell with the long stick. He wants to find another matchup, just kind of moves it around. Now Burkle attacking from X. That's Burkle. Augie Burkle turns the corner righty, sticks it to that bottom low and away corner. Just like that, the Aggies are up 2-0. It's a big question mark for SMU this season. Coming in, they've got Adam Olsadek, big number 10. And Eric Carr, they missing defensive player of the year, co-defensive player of the year from 2018 and Big Cole Ogden. So wondering how they'll adjust without Ogden on the field. He'll trying to walk up the face-off ground ball win. Finds Burkle. Burkle scores again. Aggies are out and playing fast. It's 3-0 early here. See if Coach Gilday from SMU wants to take a timeout, but I think he's going to let them play through this early. I like that call. Great ground ball by Hunter Volk, and then the awareness to find Augie Burkle on the backside shooting corner, who just stings a low-to-low one in and out of his stick real quick. Tough for the goalie to get across his line and find the ball. SMU comes up with this face-off. Jake Garino just moves it down the alley. Dormis surveying. This is Anacario looking to have a go against Cody Sakuda. Carries that lefty alley, gets deep, moves it to X. Graham Gillespie gonna have a go at it. He's carrying hard. Good defense there, moves it up the alley, unable to connect. Ground ball ensues at the midline. AJ Hepting goes with the Native American pickup there. Looks to shoot one from the parking lot. It's deflected. Ground ball. Garino comes up with it in traffic, then puts it back on the turf. Frenetic pace so far. Bowden takes a hockey swing at that to try and get it on cage, and A&M comes up with that ground ball and just kind of settles into this possession, gets their subs on, looking to get balance. Here's Buell going at it early, down the righty alley, looks in to Burkle. He can't connect. Planeta comes up with it. The thing about A&M, right, is if you look at this offensive unit they're throwing down, it is potent. This is James McDowell working on Jake Garino. McDowell, state champion last year as the defensive short stick two-way midi for the Woodlands. But you've got McDowell, Gavin Planeta, another Woodlands product, along with Christopher Buell from Dallas Jesuit, GW Bowden out of TMI, Augie Burkle, and AJ Hepting. I mean, there's matchups everywhere. Great clear there by SMU, and now they settle in. This is Faudiger getting everything slowed down a little bit. Finds Rolfe. This is Rolfe versus Buell. He's going to have a go at this short stick. Rolfe, an explosive athlete. We've talked about him many times before. Goes right to right split, rolls back, dangles, draws the slide. Draws another slide, beats that guy, and then sticks it low and away. Nice bucket there. Make it 3-1. If that is in fact Austin Rolfe, which by the way moves, I believe it is, A&M is going to want to get their long stick midi or a close defenseman to him whenever possible. Kid can move, draws a lot of attention. His head is up. Originally came to SMU to play football, I believe, and then ended up coming out for the lacrosse team. So big-time athlete there. And we've got him all over the field. Another face-off win for the Aggies. Clearing pass to the middle, puts the ball on the ground. Finds Locklear coming out of the box. He's scooting. Moves it to Burkle. Burkle through X to Bowden. Aggies are going to look to attack you early and often. They are going to go at it early in possession. This is Josh Fox winding up, rolls back, draws a double up to Sakuda. Sakuda just carrying to move the ball. We've got a flag down and a stoppage of play. Looks like that penalty was on SMU. Not sure why a stoppage of play there. It's early in the season. Probably should have let that one play out until A&M lost possession, but Aggies are going to go man up. Yesterday we saw their man up unit a couple times throughout the TCU game. They're in this 1-3-2. Bowden's going to carry from X, and then they'll exchange Montgomery off the crease, and now they'll look in. Finds Burkle with a tough handle. Guy draped all over his hands. And that's Burkle's hat trick for the day. First quarter hattie for the kid out of Bowie down there in South Dawson. Unbelievable player. He's been huge for the Aggies these last couple seasons. Look for him to have another big year coming up. Back to the face-off X. It's 4-1 here in the first. All Aggies so far. SMU showing some first game. I don't know if they're jitters or just rust, but they're having a tough time settling in. Look for them to get it going. They're definitely capable. Aggies with another face-off win. Great ride back there from SMU to continue the extended ground ball. Rolf comes out of it. Now he's running. It's like 4-on-4. He's going to bear down, rolls back. Finds Fotoje, fakes twice. Marco Robertson takes it off the board, though. It's Robertson's first save of the day. He had an absolute monster day yesterday against TCU. TCU with tons of scoring opportunities, and he made a lot of those saves look easy. Loose push coming here against SMU. Adam Alsadek just dumps Hepting on that ground ball. Not sure he liked the call, but no, he's just asking to tie his shoe. Hunter Volk on the restart here. So now you've got Volk, Planeta, and Buell at the midfield with, again, Burkle, Hepting, and Bowden down at attack. If you're a defense, you're just kind of pick your poison here. A&M will always have a short stick matchup to apply leverage to any defense that they play. It's a tough turnover there by Hunter Volk as he looks to throw an unnecessary through pass through, and then SMU immediately turns it back over on the clear. Restart coming, finds Buell. Back to Planeta. Planeta pulls it wide. He's looking for his first of the season. Another guy that had a field day for A&M last year, was absolutely dominant in the league. Looks like Hepting carrying here off the restart again. Bangs it through X to Burkle. Burkle's going to carry the opposite side. Look into Bowden. Can't connect. Through to Planeta. Planeta puts that on cage. Another save there. Back to Planeta, and he finds it. Stings one top right. That's Planeta from Burkle, if I'm not mistaken. And just like that, it's 5-1. Failed clear. Really costing SMU there. They got to stop, and then we're unable to clear the ball. A&M just relentless with their shooting. Looks like that's the end of the first quarter here at Crum Lacrosse Complex at SMU. Texas A&M Aggies, number 21 in the coaches' preseason poll for the MCLA after making it to the national tournament last year. SMU so far unranked. Aggies coming in number 1 in the LSA coaches poll for the preseason this year, deservingly so. SMU surprisingly at the 4 spot, so they've got a little bit to prove. SMU under new leadership this year by Jason Gilday. Gilday was an assistant here for a couple seasons under Carl Lynch, who moved east for a job opportunity. Shout out to Carl if he's listening. Like to see Cartoon Carl come back, even though he's not currently coaching here in Texas anymore. The Cartoon Carl segments were tremendous. But Gilday, formerly the head coach at Frisco High School, just north of here, and takes the reins for Carl Lynch in his first season here at SMU. Looks like that was a timeout. It's tough with the no scoreboard here right now, so bear with me, folks. Face-off win for SMU. Now they're looking to clear it, move it over, up, and they're out. Just Thomas Garrett, he slings one lefty on the run as they come down for their first possession in some time. Hard carry, rolls back, looks to re-dodge. Now he's going to move it. Skip pass through to Garino. Just squirts out the opposite sideline. SMU just looking a little impatient right now. Again, this is the Aggies' 4th game and SMU's first, so it's early season experience and lack thereof really starting to show. As I mentioned, the SMU roster is loaded. They'll be fine. They just gotta settle in. Now they're looking to apply pressure. This is Artie Elliott carrying, shopping. Just moves it up to Planeta. Planeta on a short stick here. Left to right split. He's into the middle. Trail check comes, maybe affects that shot a little bit, bounces it up and out of bounds. Burkle finds McDowell on a cut. Nice little split in traffic to avoid a defender, and then buries it lefty. It's McDowell from Burkle to make it 6-1. All SMU early, certainly not how we saw this first quarter going, but that being said, A&M did just play a very tough game against TCU yesterday, so they've already got some work in. Back to the X, good 50-50 battle here. SMU comes away with it. Nice take there from Dormus. It takes a deflection and skips wide. Cody Sakuda comes away with a loose ball, rolls away from pressure, finds a clearing defenseman up to Volk. Here's Volk with an advantage. He bears down. Hard bouncer in transition. When the Aggies score, it comes in bunches, lots of them. If you are not getting back in the hole in transition, you'll allow the ball to get behind you. They are going to attack you in 4-on-4s, 3-on-3s, 5-on-4s, 5-on-5s. As early as they can, they're going at it. They do a great job of attacking. If it's not there, they get the ball through X in transition for their slow break, and then they are constantly surveying, looking to get shots off quickly. Just like that, it is 7-1. Again, great battles here at the face-off X today. Aggies winning the face-off battle 4-3 and now 4-4. Sorry, 5-3. Face-offs are going in A&M's favor. Nothing there, so Aggies just kind of slow it down and get their subs on. Got Fox, Locklear, and Buell at the midfield with Burkle, Elliott, and Hepting down at attack for the Aggies. Here's Chandler Locklear on a long dodge, draws the slide, looks inside to Burkle, another bucket. Aggies just really getting it going here. 8 goals in the first quarter. We're not done yet. That is a lot of buckets. Robertson's seen a couple shots from SMU. Most of them not on cage so far. Really hasn't been tested too much. Face-off win for SMU. John Dump in transition. Great job of rotating there by the A&M defense. Interference called on the loose ball, so A&M wins it back. Good job by Travis Martini clearing the ball there, and now he's going to look to sub. Hepting just carrying against Alsadek. Through X to Artie Elliott. Again, makes a nice move at X and immediately attacks the cage before subs are even on for A&M. Cody Sakuda getting some offensive burn today early. This is Jack McDowell. Right to left split. Bounce, redodge, goes S-dodge, back to his inside hand. Looks like he goes 5-hole there. Nice bucket for James McDowell to make it 9-1. SMU looking a little rattled here. Down to 8 goals in the first quarter. Not sure they thought this game was going to go quite this way this early. Let's see how they respond. This is a great test. Plenty of time left in this game. They're certainly capable of getting back in it, but it's going to start with clears and quality possessions. A&M wins this face-off forward. Bangs it off the pipe. Maybe a loose push there. Awards the ball back to the Aggies, and again you got Buell, Locklear, and Planeta coming on at the midfield. Buell, a great addition to the Aggies roster this year, immediately worked his way into the top grouping. Goes right to right split, 3-quarter bounce, nice save there. This is Garino carrying in transition. SMU really needs a quality possession here. The later pieces of the first quarter. Down 9-1. They've got Rolfe on the field. Aggies defensively switched to get the long stick to him. Good call there. This is Jack Fodeje. Didn't play last season for SMU. Took a couple seasons off. Now he's back at attack for them. Skip pass, not handled. Turnover at the top of the box. Aggies looking to clear it. Fodeje looking for Anacario there. He was just pass a little high. Was unable to come down with it. Got his stick on it. Like to see him handle that, but unable to do so. And another Aggie possession. Here's Buell again, going on Rolfe. Rolls back, puts one lefty. Defenseman from SMU soaks it, kind of squirts away. Hepton corrals that. Now he's going to have a go on Alsadek. Carrying lefty, leans in, moves it up to Planeta, over to Buell. Here's Artie Elliott at X operating. Elliott, another great pickup for the Aggies roster this season. He transferred in from Texas Tech, where he was their leading scorer in 2018. Always like to get those transfers if you're a Lone Star Alliance coach. Hepting with the three-quarter bounce from low angle. Goalie soaks it in the chest. And that's going to do it for the first quarter here at SMU. Texas A&M up 9-1 on SMU. The lone goal for SMU coming from Austin Rolfe. Aggies, they're spreading it out a little bit, but Burkle's got 4 and 2, so he's got 6 points in the first quarter. We're going to let the mic breathe, and we'll be right back here for second quarter action of the Lone Star Alliance. We're back. Kyle Saunders, Stick Star Productions, bringing you the second quarter here of A&M SMU. Austin Rolfe there coming away with the face-off ground ball. It's an important win. Aggies would like to get one here early to shift some of this momentum. Apologies. SMU would like to get one there. Loose ball in the middle of the field. Big collision there. Oh, great ground ball there by Cam Farr in the middle of the field. Ball's going off SMU in favor of A&M. Big save there by Marco Robertson for Texas A&M to take that one off the ball. A little egg roll by the long stick. He's able to get down and make that save. Prevent any would-be momentum early in the second quarter. Again, first quarter, all Aggies. They are up 9-1 on SMU. Here's Planetta going against a short stick. If I'm Coach Gilday there, I think I'm just kind of talking about, we just got to settle in. It's early in the game. Sure, we've dug ourselves a big hole, but there's a ton of lacrosse left to be played. Got a loose hold there on A&M, so SMU gets another clearing chance. Olsadek moves it up to Thomas Garrett. Again, it's not like SMU doesn't have guys out here. They have a stacked roster as well. They just got to kind of settle in. First game of the season against the MCLA ranked number 21 team in the country and the number 1 in the preseason LSA coaches poll, Texas A&M Aggies. Aggies have been young and they've been competitive and they've been right there. They actually won it last year. And now those guys are grown and they are playing really well together. That's Luke and a Carico. And a Carico, that's Luke. The lefty shot on the alley, unable to find the net. Quality take there by Doramis. I like this kid's game. Freshman addition to the roster. Now Fotoje carrying off the restart. Testing his man at X. Whammy. Up the wing. SMU looks in. Nothing doing. Spencer Stanton there looking to connect inside. Unable to find his man. And A&M now clearing the ball. A.J. Hepting with a great ground ball there at the midfield line. Again, attacking in transition. Rolls back. Tries to find Volk. Unable to do so. Potentially an over and back, but Aggie defenseman did a good job to keep it onside, and now SMU comes running. Jake Reinbold, he's going to stay in the play as long as possible in transition and offense. This is Garino, left to left split, pulls one lefty wide of the cage, possession shot. Gillespie gets a step on his man. Another save by Marco Robertson. SMU now generating some shots on goal, unable to finish them so far. And again, the Aggies attacking in transition. Nothing there, so they just settle in, get their subs on. Here's Locklear out of the box. Locklear on a short stick with a ton of space to operate. Decides just to move it to Hunter Volk. Volk looking to walk it down and invert. SMU gets a switch, so a pole's on him now. Now Bowden, the Aggie attackman, has a shorty. See if they can find him alone at X behind. He's communicating. Locklear likes it though, has a go. Nice little redodge there by Chandler Locklear. Gets under with a nice finish to make it 10-1. He's a little slow to get up. Locklear slow to get up. Kind of limping off a little bit. Not sure if he got the wind knocked out of him. Great goal there by Chandler Locklear. Give the Aggies a 9-goal lead. Scoreboard's back up. At least the score, working on the time. Great face-off battle again. These guys just grinding it out at the face-off X. Going to be a loose hold on the Aggies going SMU's way. Cam Farr with the big fake on the restart. Good take there by Dormus. SMU needed it. 10-2. Just like that, we'll go back to the face-off X. Sorry, folks, I had to take a break to make sure I had the score right. I do. Clock operator, some difficulties here early on. Might be technical. Another face-off win for SMU. They've got a headman 4-on-3 in transition here. Farr moves it to Fodige to Gillespie. Gillespie with the jump shot. Can't get it to fall. Good action there, and now SMU starting to get it going a little bit. Dormus with another tough take. Bodies on the floor. Gillespie wrangles the shot that went wide of the cage back to Fodige. You can tell early that A&M has more of an offensive identity right now. They've been playing now in their fourth game, sharing the ball really well. SMU kind of going at it individually. They've had some skip looks that haven't connected on and had some early turnovers that cost some goals going the other way in the first quarter, but here early in the second seem to be settling in a little bit. Here's Gillespie leaning in on Woj. Woj does a good job of driving him out. Fodige unable to finish that. Nice save by Marco Robertson. Aggies win the chase. Robertson not only makes a ton of saves, but he drops dimes in the clear. Again, Aggies doing a nice job of getting the ball down and through X, forcing SMU's head to turn while they get their subs on. Bowden leaning in, through pass to McDowell. McDowell shoots one to Hepting, cutting the low pipe. Just skirts off the end line. Again, Aggies will go at you early in possessions over and over and over again. They'll get their subs on, but then they are attacking quickly after that. Tough pass there from Dormus. Probably just want to possess that ball and look for a better look. Down 10-2, no need to freak out early in their possessions. Aggies looking to clear. Fodige and Gillespie doing a good job riding. Burkle comes and secures the long pass and the clear for the Aggies. Up to Planeta. Again, you've got McDowell, Planeta, and Rolfe at the midfield here for Texas A&M. Planeta has a shorty in the righty alley. He's going to go. Draws the slide. Bounces, slide recovers, moves it over the top to McDowell. McDowell lining up Rolfe. Carries lefty. Gets in. Bangs one off the pipe. Rolfe comes up with the rebound. And now he's scooting. He's got spill looks in transition. Unable to connect with Fodige at the point. Ball goes out of bounds. Buell looking to carry this out himself. Runs by all three SMU attackmen. Finds a streaking Clayton Nugent who can't connect, but A&M comes away with it. This is Fox. Really like this kid's game too. Number 8 for the Aggies. Moves well, good decision maker, nice stick. Hepting testing also deck. Rolls back, gets under through X. Save there for SMU. This attack trio of SMU, tough turnover there in the clearing game. Bowden just picks it off and then has a one-on-one, throws his hands once, snaps it out, cool as you like. As I was saying, the attack trio of Bowden, Hepting, and Burkle has got to be one of the best out there in the MCLA this season. Not only individually, but the way that they play together. You'll see them carry, draw slides, get it to X, and once it's through X, it is immediately to the backside. They're either throwing it to a guy on the backside corner or they're carrying hard to push a 2-on-1 while the defense is recovering. So just like that, it's 11-2. That's Bowden's first of the day, although he's been very involved in the offense. A lot of hockey assists, things of that nature. Back to the face-off. SMU comes up with it and then turns it over, but loose ball push is going to give it to the Mustangs. Here's Garino on the restart. He's got a short stick out on this corner. See if he attacks this. Moves it through X to Gillespie. Gillespie over the top. Bears down. Ready alley shot. Marco Robertson stands up to that nicely. He's got an unofficial 5 saves on the day. Aggie turnover in the clear. Fotoje comes and supports. Good to see Fotoje back on the field. He was dominant in his high school campaign for the St. Mark's Lions. A really good high school player. Couple years off to focus on his studies, and now he's back for SMU. Hard lefty dodge there from Dormus. Sends it wide of the cage. Really like this kid's game too. Joseph Dormus, he immediately jumps off the field in the page if you're watching SMU play. Gillespie, great take there. Unable to find the cage. Fotoje restarting here on the near side. SMU bears down, looks to go offside high on Marco Robertson. He makes that save look easy, gets it up and out quickly, and now here come the Aggies. Even transition again, they go through X to set up their slow break and possess while they sub on. Locklear back in the game for A&M, so he was slow to get up after his lone goal of the day earlier. Good to see him back in action. Here's Planeta lining up his shorty. Takes it out to the wing. Left to right roll. Puts it in the goalie's stick. Save for SMU. Ward call there on SMU. So the Aggies will regain possession once again. Chandler Locklear having a go. Just tests his man and then moves it. Here's Artie Elliott carrying from X. Bangs it through. Bowden has his man hung above the cage. A&M moving quite a bit here. Trying to cut, get a look. Bowden leans in. Keeps leaning. Ooh, behind the back fake. And then gets topside. Nice save there for SMU. That's his unofficial 10th save of the game. So he's seeing plenty of rubber. It's 11-2. A&M, they just keep on firing. Planetta telling everyone, hey, let's calm down here. We just won the ball back. Josh Fox has it go, slips. Doesn't like the matchup, so he swings it. Planetta back down to Artie Elliott from the wing. Goes toe drag, gets under, save again for SMU. SMU's Shoesback playing well. Not getting a ton of help from the defense as the Aggies, again, just apply a ton of pressure. That's Artie Elliott slow to get up, and he's walking off under his own power. I think he got hit pretty hard going underneath there on that last attempt at cage. Artie Elliott, the Plano product, originally went to Tech and then just Texas Tech and just transferred to A&M once again this season. Not the most physically imposing player, but certainly skilled, athletic, and super tough. Used to taking hits, and he's fine with it. SMU fails it clear, and now here's Chandler Locklear for the Aggies. Carrying, moves it down to Hepting. Hepting gonna test his man, splits, rolls back, change of direction again. Just moves it up to McDowell out of the box. Fox and McDowell playing catch while they get Cody Sakuda on to help in the midfield effort for this possession. Good to see Sakuda getting some more offensive runs. Primarily defensive midi for the Aggies in the past. Takes a lot of wings. Another great take there by A.J. Hepting. I mean, he just carries righty, leans into his guy, inside roll. Coma slides late, and then he finishes. Hepting with his second of the day to make it 12-2. Here in the later stages of the second quarter. Again, SMU Tindy, Jan Shoesback, he's not playing terrible. He's actually got unofficially about 12 saves, and it's just the shots that he's seeing, the ones that are going in are like hands free and right on top of them, and A&M offensive guys can bury the ball. So see if they make a change at halftime. It's a hard laser from Dormus. Dormus is going to be a player that we talk about for some time here in the LSA. Kid is showing that he can play early as a freshman. Moves it up top. Roll back. Saved by Marco Robertson. Ground ball ensues. Volk's alone, and he's out and running. Volk bearing down, finds Burkle in the alley. And that's what happens when you play A&M, folks. If you turn the ball over, you better get on your horse and get back in the hole. That makes it 13-2. Aggies favor here at Crum Lacrosse Field in Dallas, Texas. That's going to bring us to the half. Again, 13-2. Aggies up. We'll be back in a couple minutes with first half scoring summaries and more insight on the second half of this interdivisional Lone Star Alliance game. Bringing you second half action here. Texas A&M visiting the SMU Mustangs here in Dallas, Texas. First half, all Aggies, 13-2 here to start the second half of play. Loose ball here ensues off the face-off. Crowd's getting rowdy. It's going to go SMU way. Looks like SMU has made a goalie change after that first half. You've got Prescott King, the Dallas native, stepping in between the pipes for SMU. He's a freshman out of Episcopal School of Dallas. As A&M settles into this possession. Again, SMU's Tindy in the first half. Shoespack didn't play bad, didn't get a ton of help, but you know, when the Aggies dump in 13, it just want to change it up sometimes. That's Burkle getting another step on his man. First half scoring summary. Augie Burkle for A&M. He had 4 and 3, so he had 7 points in the first half. He is certainly the man of the match today so far. AJ Hepting had 2. Chandler Locklear had a bucket. Hunter Volk was able to come away with 1 and 1 for the Aggies. James McDowell has 2. GW Bowden has 1. And I think that rounds out the scoring in the first half for the Aggies. For SMU, it was Rolfe with 1 and Dormus with 1, both unassisted. Again, here's Rolfe carrying down that far side wing, right to right split against the short stick. He's going to pull him back out, look to go again. A&M communicating an early go here. They don't. Rolfe gets under, looks to go leaner, and the ball just leaked out of the back of his stick. Great scoring opportunity there. One that Rolfe would like to have back. Again, 13-2. Here in Dallas, Crum Lacrosse Field. Unbelievable facility. If you haven't been out here, make sure to check it out. Loose ball goes across midfield. Fauderge comes up with that. Fauderge had a shorty for a minute. A&M was able to get switched. Great job there by Cody Sakuda recovering. Nice goal there by Thomas Garrett. His first of the day. Been waiting for him to get it going. He does. Scores the first goal of the second half to make it 13-3 in Texas A&M's favor. Again, as we mentioned earlier, I mean, SMU returns their top 5 producers offensively from just a year ago. Plus Jake Garino, Thomas Garrett, Austin Rolfe, Peter Cordial. They've got guys. And like to see them just kind of settle in here in the second half and make a game of it. In games like this, good ride there to win it back. Another bucket, 2 quick ones. Excellent ride, good GB there by Jack Fauderge. 2-goal run for SMU. Makes it 13-4. Can't think that SMU is going to go away quietly in this game. Again, they have too many solid players. They're too athletic. They're too competitive. They're going to go down swinging if they're going down. Still plenty of time left here. Just 12:03 left on the clock in the third quarter. SMU students looks like they've made their way out for the second half, providing a lift from the stands. Good crowd here today. A&M travels well. SMU's got a ton of guys. Student section down there on the sideline is starting to get strong. Rolfe has a shorty again. This is not ideal for A&M. They're going to want to go early. He's in again. They're late. Rolfe sends it wide of the cage. SMU wins the chase back. Restart coming here from Gillespie. Rolfe still has a shorty. I think that's probably who I'm going at just about every time. He gets his steps so early that it's tough to be on time for slides to him. Over the top to Garino. Garino slings a sidearm top left. Marco Robertson sees it in his stick. A&M clearing the ball now. Dawson Merrill trying to secure possession, unable to do so. Rolfe comes up with the GB. Long shift here from Austin Rolfe. We'll see if he stays on to complete this offensive possession. Low to high from Garino, bangs that off the pipe. Little footy play there from Alsadek, and then heads it back over. And then Thomas Garrett pulls one lefty in transition for possession shot. Gillespie carrying off the inline. Nice little pick action inside. They find Fotege, who just drop steps and sticks one righty. 3-goal run for SMU. Fotege with the last two to make it 13-5. It's 10:21 left in the third quarter here at SMU. Face-off win for SMU. See if they can continue this momentum. Biggest thing for SMU that I see is that they just need to get back in transition when their offensive opportunities don't pan out. Their middies have to drop, get in the hole. I would almost concede the ride and just really try to stop them from scoring an early offense. Both teams here like to play fast. They have the personnel to do it. Another take there from Doramus from deep. And here's Gillespie again on the restart. His finalizer against Woj isn't able to get anything. Redodge. Woj puts the ball on the ground. This kid is unbelievable at close defense. Aggies clearing. SMU doing just that, getting back in the hole, waiting for subs to come on. Hepting secures possession against Alsadek. He's leaning, gets underneath, goes back to his right hand, leaks out, but Bowden finds the garbage on the doorstep and buries it. G.W. Bowden, his second of the day. Having a day. Stops a 3-goal SMU run, makes it 14-5, 9:08 left in the third quarter. First goal given up by Prescott King there in his first half of collegiate action. Not much he can do. It's on the near pipe. Ball kind of leaks out as the shooter Hepting goes to take a finish and then just finds GW's stick on the backside pipe. He buries it on the open net. Loose ball, SMU unable to come up with it. Great ground ball. Hepting moves it to Volk, who's trailing the play. Alsadek just going to work. Volk finds himself in a double and turns it over. Ensuing clear. Of a loose push on SMU. It's going to give the Aggies the ball. Fotege here on the near side. Looks like Garrett Cantrell getting his first action of the second half at attack. Cantrell, a great attackman in his own right. So now you've got Gillespie, Faudiger, and Cantrell down at attack. Wow, what a save by Prescott King there. Aggies have an easy quick stick, cross crease pass. PK gets across and makes the save. Fake flip here by Olsadek, and Cantrell gets a touch and secures the possession for SMU. Every possession matters now for SMU. They're down 14-5. Here's Carino carrying hard at that near side pipe. He's at X now with the short stick. See if he has a go. Carino, the Austin Westlake product, carries left. Licks through, pass into the ground. A&M comes up with it. A&M having an adventure, clearing it. Leaks through Hepting with another insane ground ball in traffic. Can't say enough about Hepting's game. Do-it-all attackman, capable ball carrier, great finisher, excellent dodger, grinder in the ride, picks up tough GBs like that to win it back. Here's Bowden sizing his man up at X. Hepting comes to play the two-man game. Bowden doesn't use the pick, leans in on that lefty shooting corner. Decides to just move it up top to Buell. Buell on Garino, rolls back. Buell with a good pull there. Unable to find the cage. Burkle leans in, gets topside, bounces one high over the cage, finds Hepting's stick, goes wraparound. Saved there by PK. Swing pass to our near side. SMU's out. See if they can retain this. Garrett Cantrell. Great job there by Garrett Cantrell coming to support the ball. Nice can opener there by the A&M defenseman to put it on the ground, and Cantrell wins it back. Carino, now they got Rolfe out of the box. Two big-time athletes going at it right here in this matchup. You've got Austin Rolfe versus Chandler Locklear. Left to right split, loses Locklear initially, lets him catch up, and then looks to redodge. Bounce down the alley. Surveys, draws the double. Through pass to the backside. Another big goal there for SMU. Spencer Stanton from Rolfe. Gets it through pass, hitches, gets topside, and then throws the bouncer at the cage. Good response from SMU. They went on a 3-goal run, gave one up, and now it's 14-6, 5:22 left in the third quarter. 8-goal deficit. Face-off win by SMU. That's a big one again. Every possession matters. They move it quickly off the ground, and now they've got numbers in transition. Down to Faudiger. Finds Gillespie off the pipe. That would have been a big momentum goal for SMU. SMU starting to get it going. Big hit there. Clearing adventure starting to continue here for the Aggies. Aggies having a tough time clearing the ball here in the third quarter so far. Faudiger winding up in transition, leans in, posts up, decides to pull it out. Rolfe back out of the box. Rolf finds Dormus. Dormus has been outstanding so far in this game. He has a go on the short stick. Christopher Buell, lefty laser on the run, wide of the cage. Here's Cantrell on the restart. Carries the X, rolls back, leans in, head up, draws a slide, bounces, moves it up. They swing it. Got Rolf on the backside on McDowell. Right to right split, loses him. Low to high shot, stick side. Robertson just gobbles that up and then finds McDowell streaking in the outlet. This is Rolf closing ground. McDowell carries deep, rolls back to his left. Lefty high bouncer for McDowell in transition. That's the kid's hat trick for the day. And that's what James McDowell, apologies, called him Jake a couple times. Knows the kid really well. Sorry, James. That's what James McDowell does. Plays defense, and then he looks for opportunities to gain advantage in transition. He carries way deep there, heady play, carries deep into the field to force Rolf to sprint to catch up, and then rolls back to his left, and then just shoots a really nice lefty high bouncer with his offhand. Tucks that thing under the bar, and it's 15-6, 3:44 left in the period. Quarter, rather. A&M face-off win, first one of the second half. Moves it to a long stick in traffic. Great ground ball there by SMU to retain possession. That's Patrick Johnson winning that. Finds Fodeje. Fodeje was just going to move it to Garino there, but then saw a defenseman getting back in. Ball came out of his stick. It's like a loose hold call on A&M, so SMU is going to retain possession. And Carrico bears down the lefty alley, rolls back, surveys, throws it through to Cantrell. Tough lefty handle there, makes it, gets doubled. Oh dear, oh dear. Rolls back, great goal there from Garrett Cantrell. Finds himself in a very, very tough spot off of a tough handle, and then just rolls away and somehow goes backhand shovel pass. Shovel shot. Gets on the board. 15-7 now. Scoring has really picked up here in the third quarter. Aggies on a great run here. Outscored SMU 4-2 here in the third. They're going to need to continue to do so and stay efficient in their offensive possessions if they're going to work themselves back into this game. Certainly not over. Down 8 with 2.5 left in the third. Marino carries to X. Got a short stick. They're going to wait for subs to get on for SMU. Dormus again carrying hard, draws a slide, runs right through him, draws another, runs right through him, takes a lefty shot. No backup, so A&M wins that one. Robertson looking to get it up and out quickly. He does. 50-yard bomb in the clearing game. Spill pass to Sakuda. He's got to draw and dump if he wants it. Just moves it down the alley to sub himself off. Smart play here by A&M to get a possession. They haven't had a ton of it here in the third. Under 2 minutes. Want to stop any of the momentum that SMU has gained in this quarter before time runs out. Buell, lefty down the alley, takes a shot. SMU clears it. Pick in the clear from the attackman. Brings a long stick to the ball and a turnover. Like to see Dormish just clear through there rather than set a pick. Brought his defenseman to the play. Buell trying to clear it himself. Steps on the line. Gets squeezed. Cantrell, quick restart. It's Gillespie winding down. Gets a nice bucket there to bring the SMU total to 8, 15-8. Kind of what I was speaking about there. Aggies hadn't had a ton of possession. Had it under 2 minutes left in the third quarter. Could have sat on that ball for a little bit. Run some of the shot clock down, which we've not seen come into play today. That's a tough goal to give up if you're A&M right here in the last minute of the third quarter. 7-goal game. It was 11 when we started this half. So excellent quarter by SMU. Again, first game of the season for the Mustangs, so taking them a little bit to settle in. But they certainly have, and they're going to be a formidable opponent for anybody in the Lone Star Alliance and across the country this season. Again, A&M with possession here under a minute, up 7 in the third quarter. See if they hold for one. Looks like they're going to. Would like to see them do this on their last possession. This is Bowden just carrying. 5 seconds left now. Going to be content with just trying to get one off there at the last second, but running it out. It's 15-8. Great quarter in response from Coach Gilday's group after going down huge in the first half. It was 13-2. SMU comes out in the third quarter, goes on a 6-2 run, and they're back within 7. We're going to take a break here for the quarter, and we'll bring you fourth quarter action of this interdivisional Lone Star Alliance matchup here in just a couple minutes. No face-off. Didn't realize there was a flag down to start that. A&M goes right into their man-up look. Just the second penalty of the day. SMU had one earlier. This is their second. A&M's been unable to convert on this man-up. Oh, Augie Burkle from the lefty shooting corner beats Prescott King, but just bangs it off the pipe. Prescott King takes up a ton of space inside. Here's Buell. Buell pulls one just high of the cage. Burkle looking for a ball on the restart. Great response from SMU in the third quarter. Go on a 6-2 run. Cut the lead from 11 to 7. See if it's too little too later, if they're able to keep it going. And then Augie Burkle right there on man up just finds Gantrell sneaking from, check that, GW Bowden sneaking from X, and he just kind of turns it and goes low to low. Right on the doorstep, and just like that, Aggies score first in the fourth to double up on SMU once again. 16 to 8, 14-15 left. It's a really tough penalty for SMU to take there. Give up some momentum that they had gained. Oh dear. A&M wins that face-off forward. Speaking of momentum, wins it forward. Finds Hepting. Hepting shoots an absolute bomb from the point, in and out of his stick. And is able to finish, and now it's 17-8, just like that. Momentum is a funny thing, folks. A quarter can stop it, a penalty can stop it, and then a goal can get it going. 2-goal run here for the Aggies to start the fourth quarter. That was Yiffen dive, wins the ball forward, and then finds Hepting at the point, who just gets it in and out of his stick. 3-quarter low shot to beat Prescott King from pretty deep. SMU wins it off the face-off restart. Rolf now pulled wisely by Coach Cazero's defense. Here's Garrett, carries righty, pulls back. Excellent save there by Marco Robertson. On a nice take there by Garrett. Guarino tries to find a cutting Garrett on a restart. They can't connect. Ball leaks through. Loose ball ensues. Nice first touch GB there by A&M. Rolf just rides the ball right out of bounds at midfield. Great job getting in the hole and winning it back there by Austin Rolf. Doremus with the long stick now. Probably wants to recognize that Rolf has a shorty over the top. He doesn't, takes that shot anyway. No backup by the SMU attackman, and that's a turnover. SMU attackman's got to do a much better job backing up shots, reading body language, understanding that Doremus is taking that shot and just starts sprinting to the end line. Long clearing pass that Guarino breaks like a DB on, finds Fodager. Fodager finds Doremus, who throws his hands twice, finishes near side. Great job of Guarino getting back in the hole, climbs the ladder, catches it one-handed out of the air, and then moves it quickly up to Fodager, who finds Doremus on the doorstep. Action has picked up quite a bit in the second half. It was an all A&M affair early, but since then it's kind of evened out. 17-9 now. 12:46 left in the game. SMU wins another one here off of a face-off restart. Got an official timeout here. Have some kids on the end line wrestling it out. Want to make sure that they're safe. Great observation there by Tom Fitzsimmons to move those guys off the end line. Little dudes out here scrapping. Just Thomas Garrett on the long dodge, carries right. He'll look to roll back to his left hand. He does. Moves it up to Dormus. Dormus with the long stick. Dormus and Rolf both with the long sticks. Dormus rolls back lefty. Shoots one. Low to high over the cage. Graham Gillespie looks to restart here for the Ponies. 12 minutes left in the fourth. 8-goal margin for the Aggies. Favor right now. Nice little redodge there as he draws the slide. Looks inside. Can't handle. And here come the Aggies in transition. SMU, much better job of getting back in the hole in this half and not letting the Aggies outrun them after their offensive possessions. Trio of McDowell, Buell, Planetta back on the field. We've got McDowell and Buell with short sticks. Check that, all of three of them do. They were able to keep all of SMU's offensive midfielders on the field. So there's matchups everywhere up top. See which one they go at. Looks like Panetta's going to have a go here on the near side. He rolls back just to set up another dodger. Looks to redodge. Ball goes on the ground. First touch GB missed there by Rolf. Would have had transition the other way. Aggies retain it. Hepting finds Bowden. Bowden in and out of his stick. Prescott King got a piece and then it just bounced up to the far corner off of him. Bowden from Hepting. Young players watching out there. These attackmen have a lot of nuance to their game. They get the ball through X quickly, and then you notice there, Bowden, it is in and out of his stick very quickly and on cage. Prescott King got a piece, as I mentioned, but just the fact that he was able to get it on cage so quickly makes it tough to actually come away with that save. Big time GB there from Cody Sakuda. He's carrying, secures possession through Burkle now. Sakuda gonna stay on for this offensive possession. Hepting going on Alsadek there. Moves it through X again. They look inside, nothing there. Comes Hepting. Ooh. Lefty wraparound. Just sends it high of the cage. 18-9. Texas A&M up on SMU. 9:42 left in the game here at Crum Lacrosse Field on the campus at SMU. Just up the way, the George W. Bush Presidential Library. If you haven't had a chance to check that out, make sure you do. Took that in a couple weeks ago with my nephews, and it's an excellent, excellent facility. SMU clearing the ball. Garino gets yard sailed. Burkle, rap check. These guys know each other from their high school days in Austin. Let them hear about it. They just kind of gave each other a nod like, yeah, I know. It's a really fun thing about the Lone Star Alliance is the majority of these players are from Texas. The rosters body are certainly getting more geographically diverse as programs start to recruit nationwide, and some student bodies are able to, just naturally get players from other parts of the country. But these Texans, they've been playing against each other for a long time. There's a lot of competition. They may have played on select teams together. Sakuda finds a cutting. Hepting goes BTB but can't find the back of the net. Oh dear. And again, that's Burkle or Bowden from Burkle in and out of his stick right on cage. Nice little back pipe feed from Burkle to find Bowden. Burkle has had a day, as he tends to do. That's 19. 19-9. We appreciate you guys tuning in at home, listening to Stick Star Productions of the Lone Star Alliance. We've teamed up with them for the third season in a row now. We'll be bringing you multiple games throughout the regular season and the playoffs, as well as the LSA Championship weekend. We have a lot of fun doing it. Familiar with a lot of these players and really believe in this league, as the vast majority of Texans are going to end up playing in the club level, and it is a great opportunity to continue your playing career after high school. Hard carry here, gets under into the middle, sends it over the top of the cage. Gillespie comes up with it. Nice little hesitation step, leans in on Woj. Nothing doing. Dormus right to left split, bears down, double team comes, triple team comes, goes diver backhand. Robertson gobbles that up. Aggies much better job clearing the ball in the fourth quarter. They kind of got loose with it in the third and were able to allow SMU to kind of get it going a little bit. Oh dear, what an individual effort there. Aiden Whitworth, the junior for the Aggies, self-clear, gets to the front of the net, snaps it out, goes piping in. Whitworth makes it a cool 20-9 now. 7-11 left in the game. Again, SMU third quarter adjustments, they were able to keep the Aggies from getting out and behind them in transition, and right there, Whitworth able to just get to the front of the cage. Goes piping in for a really nice goal. Clouds are breaking up a little bit, wind's picking up. Looks like SMU now with the ball. Not sure what happened here. There's maybe a conduct after the play, so they awarded the ball to SMU. Looks like we're even strength, and Coach Gildelia takes a timeout to talk things over before this even up restart. We'll be right back after this timeout. And we're back. 7 minutes left in the fourth quarter. SMU on the restart. They're awarded the ball after a conduct penalty. Austin Rolfe beats Cody Sakuda, looks inside to Gillespie, who went airborne. Was unable to handle it initially. Rolfe comes back up with it and then looks inside to Gillespie, who's able to quick stick it in. 20-10. SMU not going away easily. 6:43 left in the game now. Again, certainly not what we were expecting from a score standpoint today, although we did think it was going to be a high-scoring affair. Thought it was going to be a much more balanced matchup. SMU will be fine. At this point, you just want to take away positives to build on for the rest of the season. It's going to be another face-off violation on the Aggies, their third of the game, so 30-second penalty coming here for SMU. Have an opportunity to work on their man-up situation for the first time this season. Again, SMU's first game, they came out first half, didn't really have it all together. Starting to share the ball a little bit more in the third quarter and able to put up 8 goals so far here in the second half after only scoring 2 in the first part of the game. SMU goes 3-3. Look to up pick for Cutter in the middle and then wheel him around the backside. Garino, low handle, shoots around his defender low to low from deep, and Marco Robertson gobbles that up. 6 minutes left. Robertson, another 50-yard clearing pass. See if the Aggies can run the rest of this penalty timeout. Shouldn't be much left on it now. Cam Farr going to work on McDowell. McDowell bounces and gets a step. Hepting at X now. Left to right split, finds Burkle cutting down the back pipe. Big save there by Prescott King. Prescott King is so good at getting across his line in really tough situations. We've seen him make that save from pipe to pipe multiple times in this outing today, here in the second half of action. Good over-clearing pass. SMU looking to clear now. They do. 5 minutes. Splits, has a go, he's in. Robertson gets a piece before it ricochets around and goes off the top pipe. Goal in transition to make it 20-11 now. 31 goals scored in this game so far today, with just 5:05 still remaining. So, can we get to 40? Again, big stop there by Prescott King. They're able to clear the ball and then attack early in transition. Get a goal out of it. Fake flip off the face-off ground ball. Still carrying, great job there. Riding by Yiffen Dye. SMU secures that ball. This is Thomas Garrett. He's going to have a go. Likes his lefty side. Oh dear. Nice little wrister on the run from his hip to the top right corner there for Garrett. It's Garrett's second of the day. Bring the score to 20-12. 4:39 left in the game. I will tell you, at home, it's way cooler when the scoreboard is working. And now it is 4:39, 20-12. SMU needs a face-off win here. Looks like both players left early. Refs let him go. Ground ball up to Rolf. Rolf's got a shorty here on the wing. Just over 4 minutes left. Rolf's going to go out. There's no slide ready for the Aggies. Good time to go. Good job defensively to keep him on this side. Right to right split, swim, rolls back, through look, finds Gillespie. Gillespie carries hard, gets it through X. This is good action here. Throws it inside, looking for a cutter, and it just squeaks all the way to midfield and out of bounds. Hepting on the quick restart, dangling one-handed, goes back to his right hand, and then goes high bouncer. Prescott King with the nice save there to get back up on that bouncer. I think Hepting wisely running at Olsadek on that restart, so it's going to be a delay of game on SMU to give Texas A&M the man-up situation once again. Again, A&M out of this 1-3-2. They're going to get it around. They'll exchange the crease in this wing, move it through X. Now look to attack that backside. They do. Hepting with another one. They're late to that shooting corner. Really need to get to Hepting on that shooting corner. Three-man action again through X. They get to Hepting now. Box fake. Got him rotating. Planeta up top. Rolf gets in to make it even. SMU trying to match back up. Good job there of using the full penalty time. There's no rush. You're up 8 goals. Now they'll go at it. Hepting leans in. Rolls back. Prescott King with another huge save. Oh, da-na-na. They move the ball through X to Bowden. Bowden goes diving backhand, wraparound. (21-12). Goal's gonna be good, and then looks like a penalty after the fact, so no face gives A&M the man up again. Unsure what that call was. Goal on the scoreboard is good. We'll try and get official confirmation if they counted it or not. Again, A&M just happy to possess this ball and run out the time on the penalty clock. Another good save there by Prescott King, cutting Chandler Locklear. Looks to go top left, and he just gobbles that up on his stick side. Here's Rolf putting on the scoots. Minute 40 in the game. See if SMU tries to get another one here at the end. Hard dodge, roll back. Shopping, nothing there. Right to left split. Skip past the X. Gillespie's got his man hung. Minute left in the game. Hard cut there by Jake Carino. Nothing there. Another cutter inside, low angle. Robertson eats that up. Garina goes lefty, offside high. Great save there by Marco Robertson. Aggies pushing it still. 30 seconds left in the game. Sure what the call is. Should probably be SMU's final possession unless they get one here and we go back to the face-off X. 20 seconds left. It's a fun game to call. Two perennial LSA powerhouses in the Aggies and SMU. Really kind of a tale of two halves. 13-2 at the half in the Aggies' favor. They win 21-12 as the clock runs out and the ball in Gavin Planetta's stick. We want to thank all of you at home for listening. The Lone Star Alliance for allowing us and partnering with us for regular season games. Make sure that you stay dialed to the Stickstar Report at Stickstar Report on Twitter. All of our social channels at Stickstar Lax, at Stickstar ATX. Again, I'm Kyle Saunders with Stickstar Productions. Excellent game by both. Look forward to seeing them match up again later in the season, likely in the LSA playoffs. Good luck to both teams as A&M travels back to College Station. And again, thanks for tuning in. We'll see you guys real soon.